นะยอมนิ่งมันไม่เห็นสงบบ้างไหมยอมนิ่งสงบบ้างไหม
สงบบ้างนิดหน่อยค่ะ
นิด
คิดนั่นคิดนี่ไปเรื่อยค่ะ
ต้องสลับกับพุทโธพุทโธพุทโธนะเมื่อคิดนี่คิดโน่นยกมานี่เหมือนกันไปนี่ไปโน่นคิดนี่คิดโน่นช่วงนิทานใหม่นิทานเก่า
เยอะค่ะ
เยอะค่ะทำใจสงบนี่ชีวิตของเรามีประโยชน์ของเราเกิดเป็นมนุษย์เพื่อหาทางออกนี่เป็นประโยชน์สุดยอดของมนุษยชาติน้ำฟันเป็นยังไง
ก็ปกติมันก็สงบดีแต่ว่า2-3 วันนี้ไม่ค่อยสงบจ้ะค่ะหลวงพ่อไม่อยู่วัด
เมื่อไม่อยู่วัดไม่สงบเหรอ
ยังไม่ชินค่ะยังชินกับหลวงพ่ออยู่วัด
แล้วเป็นไปได้ยังไง
ต่อไปหลวงพ่อจะนิเรศบ่อยๆเหรอเจ้าคะอยากได้กำลังใจก่อนไปนิเรศเจ้าค่ะ
เอาให้กำลังใจพยายามเนี่ยเมื่อทำพิจารณาร่างกายนะโมโหขึ้นมาบ้างไหม
มีบ้างแต่ว่าพอหลังนี้น้อยแล้วเพราะว่ารู้ทันค่ะตัวผู้รู้ก็รู้ตลอดถ้าตัวผู้รู้ทันนี่ก็มันก็จะถอยออกแต่ถ้าไม่มีตัวผู้รู้มีแต่สังขารคิดนึกคิดปรุงแต่งเดียวมันก็จะไปเรื่อยๆของมัน
เพราะว่าเมื่อพิจารณาร่างกายนะเมื่อเปิดดูนะมันอสุภังนะมันจะโมโหขึ้นมานะแต่ของเราบางทีก็ไม่เห็นไม่ใช่ในช่วงที่พิจารณาก็ไม่โมโหก็ไม่ขึ้นมาแต่เวลาออกจากสมาธิออกจากพิจารณาโมโหนี่เห็นนี่ไม่ชอบอันนี้บุ๊บพุบนะพุบขึ้นมาพุบเนี่ยมันแปลว่าก็พิจารณาของเรามีผลเนี่ยมันเข้าใจนะยกมันนี่ก็ต้องเหมือนกันนะนี่มันติดอารมณ์นะก่อนอารมณ์ขึ้นมาก็มันมีความคิดขึ้นมาเมื่อสลับความคิดกับพุทโธก็มันอารมณ์ไม่ขึ้นมาแปลกนะเมื่ออารมณ์ขึ้นมาเนี่ยมันก็ต้องมีความช้ำขึ้นมาต้องมีเวทนาขึ้นมาก่อนนะต้องมีความคิดขึ้นมาก่อนนะก่อนอารมณ์นะอารมณ์เป็นปรุงแต่งนะปรุงแต่งบางที่ก็3อย่าง4อย่าง5อย่างนะความคิดขึ้นมาแล้วเวทนาขึ้นมาแล้วความช้ำขึ้นมาเวทนามันรุนแรงขึ้นนะรุนแรงนะความคิดความช้ำความนะคนไหนที่มีสติก็เห็นชัดๆนะเหมือนทำทรายไหมนะมันน้ำตาลก็มันน้ำตาลก็เป็นน้ำตาลและไฟก็ไฟก็เป็นไฟนะเวลาใส่น้ำตาลในไฟพุ่งมาขึ้นมามันก็เหมือนกันเหมือนจิตของเรานี่ดูชัดๆนะ แล้วจะปรับได้ทันทีนะเมื่อมีสตินะปรับได้ทันทีเห็นโอเคความคิดสลับกับพุทโธความจำสลับกับพุทโธนะ เข้าใจเมื่อราคะตัณหาขึ้นมาก็สลับกับอสุภะนะภาพอสุภะเนี่ยแล้วจับทันทีนะมันไม่ชอบดูเนี่ยคนไหนคนรูเมเนียหรือบูลการีหรืออะไรนะถอดผิวหนังออกก็ไม่ชอบดูไม่ชอบจูบด้วยนะมันเข้าใจนะนี่ที่สำคัญนะนี่พิจารณาเพื่อเห็นนะร่างกายก็ไม่ใช่เรานะนี่ที่สำคัญนะเข้าสู่นะโสดาปันได้เนาะคนไหนที่เห็นชัดๆนะตัดออกนะ จนแรกนะของเราก็ไม่มีปัญหาของเราเจอมีสวรรค์แล้วมีนรกแล้วเจอมีกรรมแล้วมีผลมีกรรม ของกรรมนะและมีสัตว์ในที่สวรรค์และมีสัตว์ที่นรกก็นี่ก็ไม่มีปัญหานี่ตัดอันที่สองนะก็ของเรารักษาศีลอยู่ที่วัดนี่ก็รักษาศีล8นะโอเคตัดนะเดี๋ยวนี้ก็สำคัญนะมันก็ตัดจิตออกจากร่างกายจิตก็เป็นจิตร่างกายก็เป็นร่างกายก็เห็นชัดๆนะตัดแขนออกมาตัดขาออกมาตัดทุกสิ่งทุกอย่าง32ภาคนะวางนี่แล้วใครนั่งดูมองดูเนี่ยเป็นจิตนะนี่ความรู้นะที่มองดูภาคร่างกายนะภาคร่างก็เป็นภาคร่างกายจิตก็เป็นจิตนะความรู้ก็เป็นความรู้และนะและภาคร่างกายก็เป็นภาคร่างกายก็ไม่ใช่เราเห็นชัดๆนะจึงเข้าสู่สมาธิลึกๆนะมันปุ๊บมันเข้าสู่โสดาปันได้ต้องมีสมาธิด้วยเมื่อไม่มีสมาธิไปไม่ได้ต้องไปลึกๆนะเพื่อตัดเลยนะโอเคแค่นี้ก็นะพอไหมสู้ฟัดหลวงพ่อไม่อยู่ต้องสู้2 เท่าเนาะ
หลวงพ่อต้องไปวิเวกใช่ไหม
ใช่หลวงพ่อต้องพักผ่อนด้วยเดี๋ยวเบื่อพระนะเบื่อพระเบื่อโยมนะมันสอน20 ปีแล้วเดี๋ยวนี้ไม่รู้จะสอนอะไรคนเดียวนี้คนก็ไม่เคยสนใจ10 ปีก่อนนะเมื่อไปธุดงค์นะคนชาวบ้านก็ยังสนใจฟังธรรมเดี๋ยวนี้ไม่ได้อยากจะทำบุญสุดท้ายไม่ได้อยากทำบุญทำนี่ทำน้อยทำพิธีนี่ทำพิธีโน้นก็สร้างนี่สร้างโน้นนะและสุดท้ายก็มันจะพูดอะไรก็ไม่มีประโยชน์มันก็พระก็เหมือนกันพระฝรั่งก็เหมือนกันไม่รู้จะพูดเรื่องอะไร
ก็ถ้าหลวงพ่อไปวิเวกคุณโยมก็จะตั้งใจภาวนาเราหลวงพ่อทำ
โอเคนะปกติก็วันเสาร์วันช่วงแรกก็วันเสาร์วันอาทิตย์ก็มาอยู่โอเคคนไทยสำหรับคนไทยก็เมื่อไม่มีคำถามยอมนิ่งเนี่ยยังไม่มีคำถามยกมานี่ไม่มีคำถามนะพยายามหน่อยนะไม่ที่เดินได้แล้วเดินเป็นโสดาปันนะสู้ฟัดโอเค
ก็ตัดแบบพิจารณาสังขารเอานี้มาตัดที่จะอยู่ได้
พิจารณาร่างกายเนี่ยเห็นชัดๆนะร่างกายก็เป็นร่างกายจิตใจก็เป็นจิตใจก็มันไม่เกี่ยวกันนะโอเคนะเดี๋ยวนี้ก็พูดภาษาอังกฤษไม่รู้จะพูดอะไรยกมันนี่รักษาศีล5ให้ดีนะไปอยู่ที่วัดศีล8นะทำไมนะมันของเรามันเติมเราทำไมนะมันทุกข์ใช่ไหมของเราไม่ทุกข์แต่วิธีแก้ทุกข์ก็มันนั่งสมาธินะมันวิธีแก้ทุกข์นะพิจารณาดูเวทนาอารมณ์ที่ขึ้นมาเนี่ยนี่วิธีการแก้ทุกข์นะไม่ใช่เรานะมันทำให้มองไม่เห็นทุกข์นะเหมือนคนทั่วไปนะมองไม่เห็นทุกข์So things going, Michi Sunanda.
Again? Did you ask how are things going?
Yes.
A little bit better.
A little bit better.
Yeah, I have more energy than I had the past weeks.
How is your samadhi?
Not yet there, but I have a little bit more sati. I can see, okay, there's a thought coming, again, something coming, and especially my Kama Chanda problem that I had so much, I can now,
Kama Chanda?
Sexual thoughts.
They're
coming, it's there, I can see it.
Yeah. that will, you know, I mean, not only you.
Yeah, I mean, it will come back.
Every one of us, you know, is bothered by these things, you know, that constantly come up, yeah. And that's why we have to have these pictures, yeah. These are super pictures, yeah. The moment, you know, Raga Tanha comes up, you know, we remember the super picture and place it in there, and instantly, you know, Raga Tanha disappears, yeah. But the moment the picture becomes a little bit blurred, you know, and another picture forms, you know, I mean, then Raga Tanha comes back again, yeah. And then we have to do it again, and then, you know, comes back again, do it again, and so on, until there's more stable thing, yeah.
My desires are like that they, over the time, like start to use it for their desire as well. Do you understand what I mean?
You cannot use it. That is the kilesas wanting, you know, to lure you, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean that as a tool, it's getting weaker. Verstehst du, was ich meine? Also du hast ein Bild, das eigentlich irgendwie abschreckend, eklig oder was auch immer sein soll.
Ach so,
und dann bekommt
okay.
man die aber sozusagen so abgehärtet davon, dass die sich selbst das, was eigentlich abstoßend ist, noch greifen und in diesem Trieb verbauen.
Yeah, no, I mean, you have to use it, and then you have to ask questions, you know, I mean, is that what I'm looking for? Is that what I want to hug, you know, or this is what, you know, this is the inside of me, you know, when I look at the food, you know, that goes into the mouth, and then look at the food that comes out, yeah. I mean, do I want to eat it again? Yeah. Normally not, yeah. Yeah. I mean, so use anything, you know. I mean, if one picture becomes, you know, a little bit blurred out, you know, use another picture, you know. or use, you know, sometimes, you know, I use very, very harsh method, you know. I use a chainsaw, yeah, and, you know, yeah, and all this blood, you know, spurting out, and then, you know, and then so on, yeah. Or, you know, you just slice it up, you know, slice it in the middle, look at two halves, yeah. This normally works, you know, very well, yeah. Use it, you know, I mean, of course, you know, I mean, once the kilesas know, you know, that one thing is, you know, against them, you know, they faded out, yeah. So we have to use a new trick, yeah. In the beginning, you know, a trick that we use, you know, works maybe for a month or maybe for 2 months, yeah, and then it works for 1 week, and then it works for 1 day, and then it works for 10 or 15 minutes, and we constantly have to change, you know. Yeah.
Ich an der Stelle noch eine Frage. Weil du sagst ja, wenn man Asupa macht, das würde es normalerweise, es soll nicht, aber es würde Wut hervorrufen.
Ja,
und
Ärger.
Und das tut es bei mir nicht, weshalb ich denke, ich mache was falsch.
Nein, du machst es noch nicht richtig. Du siehst dieses Grauen, das hochkommt, das kommt noch nicht richtig hoch, weil du noch spielst.
Okay.
Ja.
Aber wenn es angenehm und beruhigend ist und man sich eigentlich...
Wenn es angenehm und beruhigend ist, normalerweise, was ich vorhin in Thai gesagt habe, normalerweise, während wir die Asupa machen, kommt die Wut nicht hoch. Die kommt danach hoch.
Okay.
Da kommt der Ärger hoch, ne, da siehst du irgendwas und wusch geht's raus. Ne? Während der Meditation, während der Untersuchung, kommt es nie hoch. Da ist das Interesse, da wir wollen schauen, was wir sehen und so weiter. Ne? Da kommt also kein Ärger hoch.
Okay, und wenn es so ist, dass ich habe, irgendwas ist passiert, ich habe eine starke Emotion, ich setze mich hin, ich meditiere, ich mache Asupa, ich stelle mir meinen Körper als Leiche vor, finde ich total super, beruhigt mich, ich komme raus und es geht mir besser, mache ich dann nicht irgendwas?
Ja, dann hast du Samadhi mit einem anderen Objekt gemacht.
Worauf ich hinaus will, ich glaube, es ist irgendwo diese Vernichtung, die mich auch befriedigt. Verstehst du, wie ich meine?
Ja, ich verstehe schon, was du meinst, ne? Aber das ist doch...
Also einfach weitermachen.
Ja, ich würde mehr in das Grausamere reingehen, in das wirklich Abschreckende. Ne? Ja? Wenn du zum Beispiel eine Wasserleiche.
Ich wollte gerade sagen, ich nehme immer eine Wasserleiche.
Ja? Ja, und stinkt die richtig?
Ja.
Ja, gut.
Die ist
Ja,
ganz eklig.
ja es geht, es ist möglich, ne? wenn wir super machen, dass wir ins Samadhi reinfallen, ne? Und dann geht es uns danach gut. Ne? Das Wichtige ist bei Super, ist die Fragen zu stellen. Okay. Ja? Die richtigen Fragen. So, jetzt zeigen wir mal, ne, wenn ich das aufgemacht habe, das aufgeblähter Body. Ne, dann nehme ich jetzt ein Messer, ne, oder eine Säge, oder ich säge den Brustkorb auf, ne, und dann schaue ich, und dann nehme ich das Herz in die Hand oder die Lunge in die Hand. Ja. Das sind nicht angenehme Dinge. Ne? Okay? Understood? No? I don't want to talk very much, but I mean, the lay people who are here, every one of us have to realize that the life as a human being is very fortunate if we use it correctly. There are 31 realms of existence. And we went probably through all of these realms, once in a while, maybe some of the realms we haven't been to. But, yeah, the problem is, or the advantage of the life as a human being is that we can see dukkha and sukha. Dukkha is the dissatisfaction and sukha is the satisfaction at about the same, in the same amount. Yeah? If you have too much sukha, if you have too much satisfaction, nobody of you would come here to practice. Yeah? If you have too much dukkha, nobody would come here to practice. Yeah? It takes an amount, and this amount, can help us, to make the most out of our human life, and the most out of our human life is to find the way out of the samsara. Find the way out of the hamster wheel, yeah? Or sometimes I call it roller coaster, yeah? We go up, we go up to heaven, and then we go down to hell, and then we go up to heaven, and then we go down to hell, and so on, and so on. And then we come back as a human being, to create enough karma, to go up or to go down, yeah? Some people, just go up to the human level and then go down to hell, and then go up to the human level and go down to hell. While they are, in the meantime they are in the ghost realm, before they become as a human being. And for us, realizing this, our purpose in our life, you should really consider, you should really think about, what you want to do with your life, yeah. Now you are in touch with Buddhism. Now you're in touch with the correct sasana, with the correct teaching, that leads to the end of dukkha, yeah, that leads out of samsara. Yeah? What do you want to do? You want to waste your time? Yeah? After 3 weeks or 5 weeks, go back, and then, live the life that was not satisfactory, that brought you here. And then after a while, living outside, you come back, no, it is not satisfactory, and then you do it again, and then then you get torn by your kilesas, and then you go out again, you live outside, and then you come back, yeah? No, see, consider it, consider what you want to do with your life, yeah? Think about very carefully, yeah? Do you want to use this life? And one life is not enough, to end, to end samsara. You wouldn't be here if you hadn't been practicing before. You have been practicing for many lives, yeah. You went through kindergarten, primary school, and maybe high school, and then, you start university. How many lifetimes, does it take, at university level, to become an arahant? Long time, yeah. So. But we don't know what happened in our last life, but we can try, at least we can try, make the most out of this human life, to become at least a Sotapanna, to enter the stream, or or non-returner or even arahant. Yeah? I mean, it is up to us, how much effort we put into the practice. Yeah? And not to give in, not to give in to the kilesas, it's so difficult, it's so difficult. What is difficult? Nothing is difficult. One breath, we can always do one breath. Or one putta, we can always do one putta. What is difficult of doing one putta? It's the kilesas who constantly tell us what is happening, what is going on, what we want and what we don't want. It's not the Dhamma that tells us. The Dhamma wants to sit there and practice. It's a kilesas, I should take a rest, or I should sleep now, I'm so tired, It's a kilesas who tell us. It's not us, it's not the Dhamma. The Dhamma wants to practice. Normally, as a hardcore practitioner, you sleep when you're not tired. When you're tired, you don't sleep. You just do walking meditation or sitting meditation. And then, when you're not tired and you put your head on the pillow, you instantly are gone. For 1 or 2 hours, poops, gone. Very deep sleep, and then you wake up, and then you practice again. It takes a little while, to get used to it. In the beginning, we sleep only for 5 hours, then for 4 hours, then for 3 hours, until we come, to intensive practice, where we just sleep for 2 hours, and the rest of the day we practice, Because the longer we sleep, when we sleep very long, we dream along, and so all the practice of the previous day is gone, And so many thoughts, so many dreams, all these things, coming on, and then we have to fight again, and then in the evening, we're so tired, and then we sleep 6 hours, and then the next day it's the same thing, cut down on sleep, and go through the difficulties, 3 or 4 or 5 days, just the same thing as with fasting, 3 or 4 or 5 days, until it takes effect, And then we are not tired anymore. We're practicing, and the more we practice samadhi, the less we need sleep. And the better our samadhi, the less we need sleep. Okay, use your time. Use your time while you're here to practice. That's all what I want to say today. So if there are questions, you can ask now.
I was wondering, you mentioned talking about being in the stream, and
being in the what?
In the stream entry. And I was wondering, do you know if you're far enough? Do you know if you enter it that you can just stay in it, or can you fall out of it?
What do you mean with being in the stream?
Sotapanna.
Sotapanna, that means entering the stream.
And
It is very clear. But if you think you are, you're not. Either you know it or you don't know it. And that is the thing that we have to practice in samadhi, to know or to think. The difference, the thinking is very noisy. The knowing is very subtle. The moment you know the breath, you know the breath. The moment, as long as you think, it's in breath or out breath, or slow or fast, deep or shallow, that is not knowing, not yet knowing. Once you know, it is very subtle, but you know, and nobody can argue with that. The whole world can say, no, you are not, but you know you are. It is a very decisive moment, you will not forget it. So don't worry about it. Don't think you are, because then you are not. So many people. I have met so many people in these 25 years, 28 years. Oh, I'm coming from Myanmar. Oh, I'm Sotapanna, I'm a Sakadagami. I'm happy for you. They are not. They think, it is, I mean, we are learned, as Westerners, we are so much learned, we can learn all the sutras, we understand the sutras, I mean, absolutely to the point, we really think, okay, there is anatta, there is not me, not mine, all these things are not me, not mine. Why is there still this attachment? Because if we really understood that it's not me, not mine, not myself, I mean, there's no attachment. There's no wish, there's no desire. So as long as there is desire, I mean, you're not finished. But we learn, and then we studied that, we trained our mind, and the younger you are, I mean, the more, I mean, the more rigid this training was, You never question anything that was taught to you, I mean, at my time, we question things, I mean, if the teacher told us something, we sometimes question it, what is, why do you say it like this, why is it like this, or what if I do it like this, I mean, we question it. But nowadays, people don't question it, they just learn, and then, they know, But this is not the same kind of knowing that comes from the heart. It's a knowing that comes from the brain, from our understanding. So if you read the sutras, some people read the sutras, they're not much better than me. I hardly can remember anything. Read the sutras, understand the teaching of the Lord Buddha, and in the end they say, okay, I'm finished. I don't have to go through the hardship of practicing samadhi. Or I don't have to go through the hardship of investigation. Why did the Lord Buddha talk about samadhi? Seen, samadhi, panya, sila, samadhi, and wisdom, developing wisdom. And wisdom becomes through investigation. And investigation becomes through observing one thing, be it a feeling, be it a thought, be it a memory, be it the body, and asking the right question about it. That's where we gain wisdom. Asking the right question. What is this body? When I open it up, how does it look like? Show me. And the Chitta can show us everything. We have gone through so many deaths. I mean, show me when I died. How was it? When you burned as a witch. How was it? Go through the whole experience. Feel it. Or when you were torn, between four horses. Or when you died of thirst in the desert, I mean, we went through it. Or, when we were old soldiers, when we were wounded, and left alone on the field and nobody cared about us, and we, for days, we died very slowly. I mean, the Chitta can show us all these deaths. It's quite revealing. It shows us. I mean, how many deaths have we got? And then how many more deaths do we want to go through in our life? Because if this life, we are dying and then we are born in another realm, and sooner or later we come back as a human being, then we are born again, then we have to study, but then we have to learn about this body, we have to train this body for 18 years until we can use it, and then we can use it for 30 years or 40 years, and then it slowly decays until, the breath stops, and we die. Or we die very painfully because, because of an illness, because of cancer or a very painful death, I mean, there are so many different kinds of diseases, and it never stops, unless we put a stop to it. Okay, so, another question.
So the person is also asking about body contemplation, and he sees that most of the thoughts, he can just let them be, the sexual thoughts, without following them, and sometimes he just has a look, and then he's realizing that they overcome him and, they trick him. So he's asking if he just should continue body investigation or also try to understand all these tricks of the kilesas that try to pull him in, and also...
The tricks of the kilesas are immeasurable. I mean, they live with us for millions of lives, so they know everything. They know us better than and they can pull our legs, they can twist our arms, they can twist our back, I mean, don't try, to outsmart them. because that's the kilesas trying to outsmart the kilesas, yeah? And that never works. Yeah? No, do body investigation, until there are some results. And you will see the results, as I said before, or maybe it was in German, after the body investigation, anger comes up. Yeah? And you see something and anger comes up. You see a person, you see him doing something and you never got angry, but after your investigation you suddenly get so pissed, so angry. Yeah? Or you get angry, at these at these mosquitoes, normally they don't bother you so much, but then you get really upset, And that means, your body investigation is working. But also over the time you will see, that slowly detachment from the bodily sensation will creep in. Don't try to outsmart the kilesas. I tried it and they're always fool.
Yeah, he says sometimes it even arises when things unexpected happen, like, for example, just seeing a woman's name in an email.
Oh, yeah. This kind of, I mean, when I was sitting, when I was on Tudong, and I was just practicing, and I mean, 2 kilometers away, some women, were on the field, and were chanting and were singing and speaking, and whoosh! Yeah, I mean, it instantly comes up, yeah. And then you have to remedy that.
Okay, and there's one other question that was, how long is the sasana still alive?
The sasana itself is still alive another 2,450 years, or 40 years. But the real teaching will go down from now on. So, I mean, you will not find in 2,500 or 2,000 years till Arahants. There won't be any Arahants. There will be no living sasana, there will be just a dead sasana, dead sasana in forms of books, in forms of teaching. Now it is the time. Or, you wait for the next Buddha, in about, in about 100,000 years, and when the next Buddha comes down, and then the sasana is there again. It comes and it goes. So, I would think maybe 100, 200 years, they are still practicing monks, yeah? And when they are still practicing monks, who attain to Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, or Arahant, that still means, you can still, find a way out. If there are no more monks, if there is just a teaching, it is very, very difficult. These just 2 questions, so, yeah. Now it's the time, yeah. Thailand is the country, is the land, where the sasana really flourished, yeah. Over 100 Arahants in the last 100 years, yeah. There's no other country in the whole world, who had so many Arahants, yeah. So the teaching is still very predominant. And the teaching is still very pure. Yeah? So, if you follow the teaching of these Arahants, yeah? like my venerable teaching master, you still can reach Sotapanna, Sakadagami, Anagami, or Arahantship. Yeah? But it's not easy.
Ajahn, a question about past lives. I don't doubt that they're real, but I've never experienced them.
Yeah.
So when I hear about how many eons I've been doing this, it's like it's something I would read in a book. It doesn't have any impact. It doesn't really inspire me or do anything. I just hear that sounds nice, and if the chitta does go on, it's like, it doesn't feel like me. So I guess I just wonder how to relate to that in a way that it can be inspiring and help me practice rather than just be kind of empty words.
You mean the past life, yeah?
Yeah.
Why don't you think about death in the next life?
Well, the same. As past lives, future lives, they just all don't feel real to me.
Yeah, in this life, yeah? And death, does it feel real to you?
This life and death, yes.
Yeah. It really doesn't matter. Yeah, I mean, previous lives. I mean, whatever you have done. Yeah, whatever karma you have done in your previous lives, the results of your karma. I mean, you experience now in this life. I mean, how are people reacting to you? How fast are you learning? Yeah, how wealthy are you? Yeah, it's all the result of your karma of previous lives. Yeah, so from the things that happen to you, you can then you can look back, and see what kind of things you have done in the past in order to get these results that you are right. Yeah, and the same thing, I mean, if you do something, yeah, and if you understand a little bit about karma. So for people, what did the Lord Buddha say? Yeah, people, who are very helpful, who I mean, who don't consider themselves, who only are there for others. In the next life, they are very beautiful. Yeah, or if they speak truthfully, and if they speak sweet, not lies, yeah, not white lies. Yeah, if they speak sweet, they have a beautiful voice. Yeah. Or if they're very generous, they will become very wealthy in the next life, not in this life. Yeah. That is, I mean, look, look what happened to you in this life, and then you can infer, what happened, what you did in your previous lives. Yeah. And then it doesn't become just a picture. Yeah. I mean, go through your life, I mean, start with the birth, or go back, last year, what happened to me last year, and then what happened to me 2 years, until you come back to birth, yeah? And then, you can even go back, I mean, what happened before birth, yeah? Maybe you know, maybe you remember, maybe you don't. It is not so important, yeah? The important thing is, what we do right now, yeah? And what kind of effect will it have on our next life? Or, sometimes, in this life, when we practice very hard, yeah? When we practice so hard, that some people, come very close to Sotapanna, to stream entry, and in the next life, just, they just fall into the stream, yeah? Because they are very close to the door, yeah? But in this life, they cannot make it yet, yeah? There's something missing, or there's some attachment, but in the next life, they can make it, yeah? Just like Moggallana and Sariputta, I mean, they just listened to one of the monks of the Lord Buddha, and they instantly got Sotapanna, yeah? They instantly understood, they realized it, yeah? And the only other one, who became Arahant was Anya Kondanya, yeah? The other four, they had to work very hard, yeah? And it always says in the suttas, after a short time, they became Arahant. The short time is 20, 30, 40, 50 years, yeah? So, but they were born at a time because they had so much merit, yeah? They had so much merit that they were born at the time of the Lord Buddha, yeah? Yeah? But we have so much merit that we are born, at a time, where there are so many Arahants, yeah? That's also very good karma, in that we find a place, yeah? That we come here to Thailand and find a place, and find the teaching. Yeah? Okay? So, anything else? No? Okay. Nothing there? Yeah, don't waste the time as a monk, practice. This music. There's hardly, yeah, I mean,